Vlad, come in. Come in. The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
마지막으로 보는 것을 알려주세요.
Noel, Starborn, came out of nowhere.
Vladimir, get out of there!
He already left. Said he was going to the lodge.
버트라 블라디미르, 데리러 간다.
Barrett, he's still breathing, but oh God, all that blood. Hello, Constellation. Are you there?
사냥꾼?
Who are you? What did you do to our friends?
They call me the Hunter. And now that I'm here, your part in glimpsing the Unity is over.
그만해. 다치게 할 생각은 없다.
I'm already on my way. Say goodbye to your friends. It won't be long. Forget about us! That Starborn bastard is after the artifacts! You can't let him take them! Pack up the collection, move it somewhere they can't find it!
Vladimir's right. We need to fortify our position before that Starborn storms in. We move out once the artifacts are ready for transport.
What about everyone on the eye? We can't leave them to die up there.
버릴 생각은 없다. 가서 동료를 구할 수 있다.
I understand if you want to go, but I need you here. Please, I don't know what's going to happen once that Starborn shows up.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. I'll get started. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes. If my
여기를
hands can
지키거나
stop shaking.
아이에 가다.
Everyone, find a place to take cover.
Where? You really expect them to barge through the front door?
Just don't stand out in the open, Walter.
Could you all keep it down? I'm trying to work here.
지키는 게 낫겠죠? 뭐야? 월터의 모습 확인하기?
Walter, are you all right?
오! 스타본! 사냥꾼을 물리치다. 와.
Protect the artifacts. Ignore them.
굉장히 강한데?
Follow me. There's an old escape tunnel to the
Sultan?
well district. Come on.
뭐야? 어라? 도망친 것 같죠? 다들 지하로 갔나?
I don't know if he's gone, but we can't risk it. Get to the ship.
어라? 얘네 너무 강해. 그냥 같이 도망가는 게 낫겠는데? 나도 죽겠어. 또 나타났어. 어디로 가야 돼? 나 먼저 가 있을게 얘들아.
Risk it. They could be dying up there.
이륙.
I have to admit, this has been interesting. What are you going to do with the
스콜피어스?
armory now? I wonder. By the way, I'm not usually vested in combat. Impressive. I think you've learned a little something.
뭐야 이건 또 갑자기 무기를 주죠? 스타본에게 해를 끼칠 생각은 없었다. 왜 이런 짓을 하는가?
I was merely taking the shortest path to my destination. But now, I think I'll just kick back, enjoy the long road.
죽였다고 생각했다.
In case you didn't notice, I have a way of getting around unseen. Although I'll admit, retreat isn't a humiliation I've had to endure in some time. You should be proud. There's a greater purpose to all this. You might have a larger role than I realized. Mistake on my part. Keep collecting the artifacts. We'll meet again.
계속 수집하라는데.
Maybe you'll glimpse the unity yet.
일단 물러갔죠. 다행이야. 아니 맙소사. 생체 반응이 그런.
Barrett. Barrett. It's Sarah.
늦었어. 미안해 바렛.
Barrett. We're going to keep going. We'll finish this adventure you started. It's okay. Be at peace. He's gone.
선택을 잘못한 걸까? 정말 그를 구할 수 있었을까?
We can't change anything now. Come on.
Dad! The others are here.
오센코.
We're going to be okay.
I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the last guy to get outdrawn.
걱정하지 마, 쌤. 무사해서 다행이야.
Back at you. I don't think I'm gonna be moving around too much for a bit. But I'll be alright. Oh, thank the stars beyond.
He came out of nowhere.
괜찮아, 안드레야. 나는 여기 있어.
Thank you. I don't think I can move right away. But I'll make it. Go on.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting.
괜찮아?
No tears for the old. Got the others to worry about.
Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness. Where's Baron?
We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure.
스타본은 유물을 원한다. 이동시키자.
Got the right of it.
Hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
이건 고민 좀 되겠는데? 배도 나쁘진 않은데 근데 배가 습격당하잖아. 배 남겨두자.
Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
이제 함선이나 거점을 제작할 수 있습니다. 이 배를 만들 수 있나요? 떠나다 만들기. 앞으로는 이동시킬 수 있습니다. 스타본의 습격은 설치한 곳에서 발생하기 쉬워집니다. 아티팩트를 들고 다니면 어디서든 습격이 발생하기 쉬워집니다. 완전 경계 태세로 바뀌었죠. 바렛의 재산이 로츠 지하로 옮겨졌습니다.
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued
Now
trauma.
really isn't the time.
I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
모르겠는데. 더 이상 엿볼 수 없을 것이라고 말했다.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
갑자기 웬 성균관대학교가. 확실히 우연이라고는 생각하기 어렵다. 해보자.
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
뭐야 이건? 모모에 대해 이야기하고 싶다.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
생뚱 유니버섬에 들어가기.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
셋 다 물어보고 싶은데? 그것은 한 가지 특이한 것을 발견한 것에서 시작되었다. 유물이다.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our
유물에 대해
understanding
모르는
of
것
the
같은데?
universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
무리인 줄 알지만 협조해달라.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
그럼 그 이야기를 들어보자. 뭔가 있을 거야.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
인피니텀 아덴담. 특이한 표현이다. 너무 구체적이다.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
알았어. 그들과 이야기하자.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
좋아요. 그럼 일단 각성자를 먼저 만나보자.
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think.
우물?
You look like you need something.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance
야,
program,
각성자야?
backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
수호자 아킬라스에게 들었다. 순례자에 관한 이야기를 하고 싶다.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
물어보자.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
표류자.
So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
그 말 속에는 어떤 메시지가 숨겨져 있을지도 모른다.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
감사합니다. 많은 것을 생각하게 해준.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
뭔 말인지 모르겠어. 다음 발론 가문의 죄수들과 대화를 해봅시다. 그냥 막 들어가도 되나?
Another day, another shift.
A visitor?
안녕?
I have all the company I need.
발룬의 신앙에 대해 수호자 아킬라스와 이야기를 나눴다고 들었다.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
수호자 아킬라스는 순례의 이야기를 하고 있었다. 그에 대해 더 알고 싶다.
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
알 것 같다.
Then we are
난
done.
모르겠는데?
Leave me.
수호자 아킬라스에게 돌아가기.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
발룬 광신도에게 물어보니 지난 120일 동안 4번이나 싸웠다고 한다.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn?
각성자의 이야기에는 두 번째와 이라는 단어가 등장했다.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Was there anything else?
이야기 속에서 순례자는 무한한 아덴담을 생각하는데 무슨 의미가 있을까?
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
인담, 별개의 이름이다.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity.
인담 투로 가기.
Get this crate into space.
순례자의 안식처. 정말 있었나요, 여기? (400m) 뭔가 건물을 발견했죠. 순례자의 안식처. 여기 뭔가 책이 있는데? 순례자의 설명 5. 뭐야 이게? 올바른 대답을 원한다면 어떤 질문을 해야 하는지 알고 있을 것이다. 유니티란? 당신의 질문에 질문으로 답하자. 내가 쓴 글을 읽었다면 인류에 대한 부담은 무엇이라고 생각하는가? 나 안 읽었는데. 인류는 필요하다. 하지만 인류는 어리석다. 강렬한 적은 누구인가? 나 자신. 지속적인 만족감은 어디에서 오는가? 멈추는 것, 자비로운 마음을 갖는 것. 넌 유니티의 진정한 의미를 찾으러 여기까지 왔다. 그냥 막 눌렀는데 통과했나봐요? 다행이야. 순례자의 마지막 설명. 정답을 알 수 없다. 앞으로도 계속 알 수 없을지도 모른다. 하이라 2에서는 섬이 정갈을 숨기고 정갈의 바늘이 진실을 감춘다. 또 다른 행성을 가야겠네? 와, 굉장히 먼데? 하이라2에 도착했죠. 착륙을 합시다. 고대 유적지. 앞에 뭔가 있는데? 공격하진 않겠죠? 안녕?
What an incredibly beautiful sculpture. I suspect it was placed here for some sort of specific purpose rather than as an artistic statement.
고대 유적지. 뭐야? 여기 뭔가 상형 문자가 떠 있는데 클릭이 돼요. 위치 이동이 돼. 이 바닥에 연결을 아닌데? 더 이상 못 나오는데? 여기 바닥에 별자리가 있어. 저 별자리를 맞춰서 마지막 별자리 오볼룸 프라임? 사냥꾼. 수호자 아켈라스가 진정한 의미를 찾기 위해 보낸. 오, 탈환한데?
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
당연히 타야지. 좋아. 도킹 절차 시작.
Good. See, we can all get along. For now.
니들은 내가 타면 끝났어 이제. 와우.
Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
누구인가? 스타본은 누구인가?
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
아, 가디언즈 오브 갤럭시처럼.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
그럼 그냥 외계인인가?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
그래서 살인은 정당화되지 않는다.
And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable dusty
깜짝이야.
anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up.
발렛? 말도 안 돼요. 죽는 걸 봤잖아.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
그를 직접 확인해보고 싶다.
And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
소자 아킬라스? 아니 같은 인물의 다른 버전인가?
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
그렇다면 둘 중 하나를 도와 아티팩트를 조합해 들어갈 수 있을까?
Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
우주선 구경 좀 해도 되지? 여기 화장실은 있니? 와.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth.
지구의 달?
There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way.
지구의 달? 태양계에?
Yes, I will say no more.
고마워요. 내가 원했던 것은 대답이다.
And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
You know, I've often wondered who keeps the lodge so meticulously clean.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
그것은 다중우주의 중심이다. 우리는 그곳으로 가는 길을 만들고 있다.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
어떤 걸 선택해야 얘네들이 잘 이해를 할 수 있을까? 또 다른 버전의 바렛을 만났다. 그가 스타본을 만들었고 스타본은 다른 우주로 갈 수 있다고 한다.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
그것이 사명이다.
I
미지
didn't lose you, did I?
기다려봐. 선택 중이잖아. 그것이 사명이다. 미지의 세계에 발을 내딛는 것이.
You're right. We have to see the unity for ourselves.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in, but we finally have answers. Let's make the best of them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.